How's it going, gamers? This is the most unique character in all of Honkai Star Rail, and she's so unique that it becomes a detriment to her playstyle as a character. So I'm just going to go over her abilities real quick, then we're going to talk about her and how she works. So her first basic attack, Ignore Cherry on Top. Flower Pick tosses one jade tile from the suit with the fewest tiles in hand to deal quantum damage equal to 60% of Qingque's attack to a single enemy. Celestial Jade, which is her skill, or her talent. When an ally's turn starts, Qingque randomly draws one tile from 3 different suits and can hold up to 4 tiles at one time. If Qingque starts her turn with 4 tiles of the same suit, she consumes all tiles to enter the hidden hand state. While in this state, Qingque cannot use her skill again. At the same time, Qingque's attack increases by 39% and her basic attack, Flower Pick, is enhanced, becoming Cherry on Top. The hidden hand state ends after using Cherry on Top. Now let's go back to her basic attack and read what Cherry on Top is. So, deals quantum damage equal to 144% of Qingque's attack to a single enemy, and deals quantum damage equal to 60% of Qingque's attack to enemies adjacent to it. Cherry on Top cannot recover skill points. Now, for her skill. Immediately draws 2 jade tiles and increases damage by 15% until the end of the current turn. This effect can stack up to 4 times. The turn will not end after this skill is used. And finally, her ultimate. Deals quantum damage equal to 136% of Qingque's attack to all enemies and obtains 4 jade tiles of the same suit. So this entire character's playstyle is based around getting 4 jade tiles of the exact same suit. So if we were talking about cards, it would be you have to draw 4 cards and they all have to be diamonds, they all have to be hearts, they all have to be the exact same, or you're not doing anything. And this is, remember, this is an iridation, the only quantum iridation in the game, to mind you, and the second only quantum damage in the entire game, only second to Sealy. So her entire kit is based around luck. So we're playing a gacha game inside of a gacha game. You know, how beautiful. And this is where it makes the character not incredibly good, and that's why if you look at her on a lot of tier lists, she's not terrible, but she's not at the top of them. She's normally sitting around the A to C tier. She's always within that range. It was rare. I think I've only saw one with her at A, but mostly she's around the C to B tier. And the reason because of this is because of how much luck she's based around. You can either build around spamming her skill because you get a 15% damage buff on top of how many times you can use it, up to 4 times. And then if you combo that with her Cherry on Top, which is what you're going for, it gets another bonus damage. You can also combo the skill where you use it a bunch of times, gets 4 of a kind, and then use it with the ultimate, which already gives you 4 of a kind, but you're mostly just going to increase damage, so you can get that up to, like, what is it, 40? Let me do the quick math. You can get that up to 60% increased damage, and then you pop the ult, which you're going to be losing out on the 4 jade tiles of the same suit, since you already have 4 jade tiles of the same suit, and you're going to be having a massive increase in damage with your ultimate, and then you can use your basic attack to do another increased damage with that 60%. Another way that you can play her is, since if you read her talent again, every time an ally takes a turn, she draws 1 tile of 3 and she can hold up to 4 tiles. So you can build your entire team comp around speed, which is what I did. My team comp is mostly built around Bronya enhancing Su Shang, and Su Shang using her ultimate so that she keeps having her turn. She keeps going and going and going. And if I wanted to, I can also do that with Sealy, but I'm trying to do more of a free-to-play thing. You can trade out Bronya with Asta, but I have her level 1 and I don't want to showcase that. But yeah, you can mostly build around a speed comp so that characters keep having their turn, and then she'll have more chance of getting 4 suits of a kind and getting a massive damage buff on top of that. So there are ways to play around her luck, but because she is primarily focused on that luck, she's not going to ever be a really high level character. She's always going to be somewhat mid, because imagine if an irradiation comes out that isn't based off of luck, that is also quantum damage. She's going to fall off harder because you can guarantee hitting everyone and breaking them with quantum damage instead of having to rely on her and praying to God that you get the 4 of a kind. But if you're not worried about that, if you're just playing this game for fun, she is so unique in everything she does. Her entire kit is built around just this 4 of a kind and being able to draw, that it's invigorating. It's like, I like to compare it to Blaze Blue's wrestler character, because the wrestler character had an ultimate that is it built around the archetype of what this character is supposed to be so perfectly that it made that character like 10 times better. And I'll show that on the screen as well, but let's show some gameplay of this character and how she works. So I'm just gonna do this because I have 10 resin. I know none of them are quantum damage. They don't take quantum damage, but yeah, I need this, so we're gonna just roll with it. I'm gonna turn off auto battle. Haha.
You'll pay for this.
So she's already got, I like this little menu that they have at the bottom that I'm circling with my mouse. She already drew 2 cards right here. So if I were to pull this character up, she'll draw a 3rd one.
Want to see what I can do?
And then if I use this, wait, give it a sec.
I'm okay.
Hit a couple people. Now she drew another one because it's her turn. So we don't have any skill points, so we're just gonna use her basic attack. And another cool thing that they added is when you use your basic attack, you lose a jade. You lose a jade tile. It's gonna be one of the jade tiles that you don't have a matching pair with. For example, it didn't use one of the circle ones, it just used a random one of the other 3 that they had. But it is so incredibly
Don't
neat
lose momentum.
that her entire kit is just based around this. And so look, she got 4 of a kind, so now if we just use
This battle is
use this, she's not gonna lose it. She has that now, so it's gonna just stay there.
Strike.
And then she used her ability, boom, they're all gone. And then you have to rebuild that again. So I'm just gonna try going through the rotation.
You're not going anywhere.
Seeing, hopefully they don't die, so I can get an ult off.
Lend me your strength. Wait for the
I'm just gonna show you her skill. Her skill's so cool too, look at this. It zooms in on the board so you can see each individual tile that she drew. And when you use this, it shows both tiles. And I got lucky, let's go. It shows both tiles fly up in the air that you drew. It gives you that 15% damage buff. And it shows you like if you're lucky or not, and then she'll do that animation and then just pull you in this screen. And even if I had a skill point here, I wouldn't be able to use it anymore because she has all 4 tiles. So I have to use basic attacks. And that's another thing, before I smack this boy around. If you're fighting that one witch enemy type that makes it to where you cannot hit her, you know, you can't hit her with a basic attack, you can't use a basic attack, or you just can't hit her flat out, this character gets sunset. She gets bad. She gets very bad because the only way you can progress with this character is using a basic attack. So if she puts her spell on you to where, oh, Qingque can't use her basic, you have to just take the damage because there's no going around it. You can't use your skill to go around it because your skill just enhances your basic attack. You have to use it. So I'm just gonna hit him with it. And it does a fat amount of damage. Once you get that stacks up, it does big damage too. But let's go and hit another enemy. Oh, I didn't read her little talent that she has. But when you do this, she instantly draws 2 tiles at the start, so you don't have to go around and have like 4 characters play their turn before she has it. So one character took a turn and she's already got 3 tiles. But I'm just gonna try to get to her so I can show off her ultimate to you.
Lend me your strength. Choose my strike.
So look, we have 3 here. We're just gonna get lucky real quick. Let's go. Now we just hit him with it. Then we hit him with the ult.
Look at the draw.
We're gonna slow it down too.
Please, 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 please. Looks like victory!
It is the most unique character
or I'll go
ever. I
through you.
swear she's so cool.
Dodge this.
Let's go. Let's
You'll pay
get
for
away
this.
from slow-mo now. And because I use the ultimate, she has all 4 equal tiles, so I can just pop this. And it does massive single target damage if you have 4. We're on a roll, you right. So it does massive single target damage, and it does very little when it comes to the side quantum damage, which is another thing that just makes her worse. It's like you're supposed to do a lot of AoE damage, but the majority of your damage relies on the single target, which is still nice, but I'd rather that damage be equal out to where it's spanning all those characters instead of just having one character take the brunt of it, since she's supposed to be, you know, she's not a hunt character, she's not a single target god, or she's not supposed to be. She's supposed to be AoE god. Now let me talk about some of her relics. I have a 2-2 set going on because I farmed this a little bit, and I'm just waiting to be able to farm up the gold types of this so I don't waste too much of my resin. So we're just going for a 2-2 here, get the quantum damage increase, and then get another attack increase on top of that. This is just while we're leveling up. Here you're obviously, I just have whatever on her. I should have switched the quantum boost here, just because that would make her do even more damage. But I mean, it's a pretty simple build. Just build her like you would build Silly if you have one. Zeely, however you pronounce it in game. And I'm on the wrong character, and I just have this on her because I don't have a lot of them. I have 2, and this one is Herta's main weapon, so it doesn't even work on this chick. But anyway, I just wanted to share my love with Qingque with the rest of y'all. You know, maybe try her out just for fun, just for enjoyment. I mean, I didn't have to build her. I leveled up to 50 just because I like her. Even on auto battle, she's enjoyable to watch. So thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, Johnny.